Hey friends, thank you for coming back to my channel. So we are doing another baking video, and we are making my all-time favorite cake. I have a thing for pastries and sweets, so I taste them wherever I'm at. But there's something about this cake that I always love, and no matter what, every birthday I make this cake for myself. I love it that much. And if you are hosting this year for the upcoming holidays, or if you want to impress someone for Mother's Day, your spouse's mother, your own mother, this is a great cake to start with, and it really helps to break the ice when you walk in with something beautiful and delicious to sit on someone's counter. So stay tuned, you guys, and I will show you all the ingredients. But I'm also going to use some things that are more budget friendly, so I'm not using like my KitchenAid stand mixer this time. I have a little mixer that I picked up recently at HomeGoods, and I also have some baking tins that are right from Dollar Tree, so you don't have to spend a fortune to make this cake. So here is this Dash Smart Store hand mixer. I recently picked this up for $12.99 from HomeGoods, and I just really wanted something that was not as heavy as my KitchenAid stand mixer, because it just gets to be a bit heavy and it's a lot trying to lug that around whenever I want to make something simple like cupcakes or like mashed potatoes. Like, I don't want to use that big mixer. So I found this here. Let me just get this out. By the way, I recently purchased their waffle iron, and oh my god, it's the best. Like, it's so much easier than that huge waffle iron that just requires a lot of cleaning and work. And I hope that it does not disappoint and it works just as good as the waffle iron. I hope the quality is still there. So it looks like it comes with a, let's see if this is a recipe, but so it doesn't, oh yeah, it does have recipes. So that's a plus. It has classic chocolate chip cookies, what else? Chocolate fudge cake, cinnamon sugar coffee cake. We might have to make some of these. So it comes with the recipe book. That's definitely a plus. It's very easy to assemble, looks like. So I'll just wash off these tools and I'll be right back. So just like a usual hand mixer, you're just going to pop these in place and twist a little bit. Got that ready. Now I also picked up 3 of these cake pans from Dollar Tree, and they are made by Cooking Concepts. So I have these 3. So I'm going to wash these up and go on to the next step. Before we get started, I just wanted to give you a little disclaimer. This is not an original recipe of mine. This is actually from southernplate.com, but I have been using it for about 5 years right now, and I absolutely love it. Like I said earlier, it's something that I really believe in. First, you want to make sure that your hands are nice and clean before you start cutting your berries. All together, you want to make sure you have a total of 1 cup of berries after you cut them. So I'm just doing a rough cut of my berries because we will end up crushing these. Now let's go ahead and preheat our oven. We want to preheat our oven to 350. So after you do your rough chop of your berries, you want to grab a Ziploc bag, and you want to put your berries inside of here. And if you don't have a rolling pin to kind of smash your berries, that's okay. I'm very fortunate to have this rolling pin. I have one that I also purchased, but this one was passed down to me from one of my aunts, so this one's very special to me. But I have just a simple can right here of tomatoes, and I'm going to make sure my bag is closed, and I'm going to just smash away. You don't need a food processor or a blender for this. You could just simply go old school and put a little elbow grease and get your berries smashed. This is my berries now that I have them nice and smashed. You want to have about a cup of berries added after you smash. So this should be about a cup. You will add this to your mixture in just a moment. So here is this cake mix. It's just a simple white cake mix. I think it was like $1 or less if I'm not mistaken, and it's the Betty Crocker brand, and like I said, it's the white cake mix. I also have 3/4 a cup of oil, 3/4 cup of milk, my 3 eggs, and my Jell-O. You want to make sure everything is room temperature. Make sure you set everything out pretty early so that it's room temperature. So go ahead and grab your mixing bowl, and you want to add your oil and your milk to your mixing bowl. So adding my milk, adding my oil. You want to open your gelatin. It's just a 8-ounce pack of strawberry. So you want to add that in. I think I'm just going to do a little at a time, but I want to get my mixer ready so I can mix that. See the speeds on this. Oh, okay, so this is like turbo. So hopefully my gelatin doesn't fly all over because this mixer seems pretty high speed. Oh Lord. After you got your mixture going, you want to do 1 egg at a time, and then you want to slowly add your cake mix. So I'm just going to crack my egg and put it inside. The only thing I will say about this mixer is it mixes very fast. So I'm kind of scared that it'll, like if you're making something with flour or something, like it'll spray it everywhere. So just be mindful of that. Now let's add our cake mix. Grabbing my kitchen shears, and I'm just going to cut it. And pour that right on in, a little bit at a time, like I said. Now remember those berries that we crushed earlier? We are going to pile those on in, pouring them in just like that. Alright, you just do a little rough blend with that. You don't want to crush them too much again because we've already crushed those with our can in our bag. Little mixer is doing okay. Like I'm not like hating it. Like it's pretty good. I'm really impressed with it. I love their products. So, and this is not sponsored, by the way. I wish it was. Because I love all their little stuff. They have a griddle. They have like a little grill to like make like that George Foreman style grill. They have one of those too. But anyways, we are ready. Everything is nice and mixed. Now it's time to grab those Dollar Tree cake pans and get our stuff in the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes. I'm using 2. I just think that if we do 3, I think that'll make it too thin. I'll just do a light little spray. Let's get a little dusting of our flour. Like that. So here are the cake pans ready to go in the oven. Like I said, 25 to 30 minutes. Let me go ahead and set my timer. Let's see if Alexa will hear me. She probably won't. Alexa, set timer for 25 minutes.
25 minutes.
Oh.
Starting now.
I am surprised, you guys. Going in. Okay, guys, so I'm back. So I have my cakes out. They're cooling right now. I'm not using a cooling rack just because I just wasn't about to climb and get it down and all that. But anyways, so everything smells delicious. I did not burn them. We are good to go on that. But it's time to make our frosting. So sure, the cakes weren't from scratch, but this frosting sure is. So let's go over the ingredients for that and we'll get started. So here's all of the ingredients for the frosting. What I will say is make sure you pull out your butter and your cream cheese early on because you want everything to get to room temperature. It really has to be at room temperature or it just won't blend well and you'll have like lumpy frosting and it just won't spread well. So make sure. You also want to make sure that you sift your powdered sugar just to remove any of the lumps that might be in that. So that's very important as well. A half a cup of softened butter, 3 ounces of cream cheese, a half a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. If you have vanilla bean, that works wonderful as well. You also will want to use like 1 package of your powdered sugar that equals about a pound. So just double check the box to make sure it's the pound. And then you'll also want a little dash of salt. I already added that to my powdered sugar just to have that in so I don't forget and leave that out. And then lastly, you want to have 1 to 2 tablespoons of milk. So you want to first combine your cream cheese and your vanilla in your bowl along with your butter. Alrighty, so once you're pleased with the fluffiness of your cream cheese and butter mixture, you want to start adding in your powdered sugar. I'm just doing about a cup or a cup or less at a time. Here's my frosting here, and I usually just leave it here, but I want a little bit extra kick of cream cheese, so I'm just going to add the additional 4 tablespoons to my mixture. I just want a little bit more cream cheese flavor for this cake. But it's okay here if you like, but according to your taste, you can add more or leave it there. Guys, I went ahead and added just a tiny bit more of vanilla flavoring just because, you know, sometimes recipes are really based off of preference, but I just wanted a richer cream cheese taste along with that extra hint of vanilla to just top it off. I'm going to attempt to just do a thin layer of frosting around the outside of my cake. That's it, guys. Look at our little cake. It's super cute. You guys, we came to this game to win this year. We are not walking into any of these festivities with anything store-bought, like I said earlier. So yeah, this should break the ice a little bit and something delicious. You can go ahead and garnish it with any toppings if you like, or, you know, keep it just like this. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next time. You guys, I should be in bed. It's 11:40 at night. I had to cut a piece of that cake. If you don't do nothing else or make anything else that I ever put on my channel, make this cake, you guys. I don't have no words. It's really that good. Like, I had to come up. Look, it's 11:41 p.m. I had to get a little cup of milk. Let me get a straw. You guys, I had to get a cup of milk. I should really be asleep. But anytime I make this cake, I feel like I just have to be the one to eat it all. So good. Moist. The perfect amount of sweetness. The cream cheese. Make this cake, y'all. See you next time.